Well, hello everyone. This is Life Plan Just Me, Ed, coming to you again from my kitchen, from a different angle, only because I have different things to show you. Last night I showed you a lot of different vegetables, and the wall's right here so I can lean against it. I have a big kitchen, but not a lot of counter space and a real small table. So as I said, I'm using an iPad to tape this, and it's just so much fun. So, I've been on vacation for a few days, and that's why I'm trying to do some different types of videos. Last night I showed you and talked about this stew I'm going to make today, and then talked about the different vegetables. So, last night I had the rutabaga cut up, onions, green peppers. I had Brussels sprouts. What else did I have? Well, anyway, I forget. Everything's in the pot. Carrots, all that wonderful stuff. I also ran out last night and bought, I showed you the green beans. So that's all in the pot. I bought beans, a bag of beans, and let them soak overnight. They have to soak. The old traditional way is have beans soak for up to 8 hours. The more modern way is put it in a pot, fill it with 8 cups of water, and boil it for an hour and a half or 2 hours. So I did it the old-fashioned, in the water, let it sit overnight, and they were fine today. So I started cooking them, put in the rutabaga, because that takes longer, then added the rest of the vegetables. So it's all natural. 8 cups of water, all the vegetables, a little bit of black pepper, also a little bit of garlic I threw in there for a little taste, some bay leaf, and parsley, just to add a little flavor. So as I was cooking, when everything was cooking, then what I add is this. This is probably one of the better ones. It's Wild Harvest. It's a vegetable stock. It's vegan, fat-free, no added MSG, and to tell you the truth, it tastes very good. It added a lot of flavor to my stew. It has, this whole container has 15 calories. Not bad. I mean, not the whole container. A serving is 1 cup, has 15 calories. It has no fat. It has 540 milligrams of sodium. That's pretty high. However, when I looked at all the other vegetable stock that's out there, they were averaging around 800 or more. So this is great. It's lower in sodium. I didn't put any salt in here because I'm trying to cut down on salt also. And it has zero protein, but it has 3 grams of sugar per serving. So I added that in there and let it cook down, and I'm ready to show you the results. And then I want to talk to you about how to make it a little bit, we add, so often we add, like to make things thicker, we'll add flour, cornstarch, gravy, dried gravy mix and stuff like that. We don't really have to. So I'm going to show you another way, keep it healthy, and I'll show you a little bit. I just took this off the stove of the stew, just so you can see. I'm just going to throw some on here, grab some different pieces of things. Alright, and I'm just going to hopefully not spray water the broth all over the table, but I will show you. So you can see I have my Brussels sprouts, green beans, carrots, the beans themselves, the green peppers. I cut them up large so you can actually see the green pepper and taste it. Then you have the rutabaga, which is in here, carrots. Now I got the multiple pack of beans. So there's red beans, white beans, chickpeas are in here, and all that wonderful stuff. So this is the stew. Now, it's kind of like between a stew and a soup right now because the broth is extremely good. With all that, and you may not be able to see this at all. I know you can't see me. If you can see the broth a little bit, it's a darker greenish color, almost like a pea soup, but not thick and not as green. So that's from the vegetable stock and also from all the vegetables. So in order to make it a little bit thicker, you take a blender, and this is an old Weight Watchers trick I learned a long time ago. You take some of the you drain it. Let me use the slotted spoon. You drain it. Dump it in some vegetables in here. Take out as many as you like. Some people say you take out half of the vegetables and beans and all that. And I'm dripping it all over the table. So I'll take out a little bit, put it in the blender, hit the button. Some of the broth, just if it needs it, to liquefy it. Now you can kind of see how it's like mush. Put that back in. And what this does is it gives you more added flavor. If you need more flavor, you can do this. And it makes it a little bit thicker without having to add any gluten or flour or anything into it. So, I'll show you the finished product when I get ready to fill my bowl up and eat dinner. So, with this, it's if you have a cup or half a cup, you're talking about maybe 30 calories. If you have a full cup of this, maybe, because the 8 cups of water. I'm not good with dividing and all that kind of wonderful stuff. Just to give an idea, I went to the store today, dollar store, and I picked up, and I'm not going to eat them all, I picked up a Butterfinger. Okay, these are the real little ones. So a serving is 2 Butterfingers. So remember, at most, a cup of the stew or soup is 30 calories. Okay, maybe at most, other than the vegetables, added sugar was 3 grams. Okay, salt was, yes, 540, but that's to be expected. Okay. So, with this, 2 bars, just 2 bars, is 170 calories. Those 2 little bars is 170 calories. It has 3.5 grams of saturated fat, which is bad for you. My soup has nothing. It has 70 milligrams of sodium. So the sodium's not too bad with this. But you also look at how much you're eating compared to how much these are. Granted, they are absolutely wonderful. But that's when you can work in a treat for yourself. Remember, I said treat yourself. And then the bad thing is the 2 of them together have 16 grams of sugar. So that's a diabetes no-no. Anything over 4 to 6 grams of sugar you shouldn't even touch. But if you're having a treat, the thing of it is take all that information, eat one, satisfy your urge, and leave it at that. Don't go eating the whole pack, because then you're only going to regret yourself and become depressed. Tomorrow, I'm going to try a brand new recipe, and let's see if it works out, something that I've been thinking of. I got my eggplant. As I said in the first beginning of vegetables, my mother used to just bread it, dip it in egg, bread and flour it, deep fry it, and all that wonderful stuff. Tons of fat, and I'm going to try to do something a little bit different. I'm going to take out my trusty little grinder, and I'm going to grind up some walnuts. So I'm going to make like almost like a walnut coating, and I'm going to dip it in just a little bit of skim milk. I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm going to dip it in a little bit of skim milk, put it in the walnut, and I'm going to use coconut oil on some of them, and I'm going to bake the other ones and kind of see how it turns out and how it tastes. As I said, also you have to remember is experiment. Think about something, what you think you would want to eat, and try it. Try to make it healthy, make a change. Vegetables, excellent. Protein, great. Stay away from carbohydrates, especially the white carbohydrates, as I said earlier. White potatoes, white flour, white rice. Add the brown rice to your diet. I'm also looking at couscous, whether or not that's healthier than rice and stuff like that. So, until next time, eggplant is next. Have a wonderful evening. I'm going to dish out my bowl of stew and get myself a cup of coffee and just sit down and relax. There we go. I don't know how to show. There, you can kind of see it, but it's absolutely wonderful. If you look up me, Edward Harding on Facebook, I'm starting to post my pictures, actual pictures that I take when I make something, and I've talked to a few different friends, and they want me to start like writing out my recipes, and I'm going to work on that too. So eventually I'll post some of my recipes on there, and also have pictures to show you. Thank you all very much. Share it if you want. Listen if you want. The thing of it is make a healthier change. Change something. Eat a little bit better. Try vegetables. If you don't like vegetables, try some. They can be very good. You can spice it up and do a lot with it. Until next time, have a good night.